the way you consume social media can ruin your life, or it can create bad habits that spiral you out of control. And as I guess a content creator myself, it was something I had to acknowledge. It is something that's always there. It'll always be there, because social media isn't going away. There's no way it's going away unless we have like a huge surge, a power outage that lasts forever. That's the only other way. But it's like, this really came about because as I was creating these videos and as I was just talking and just learning about myself, I had realized that it was like I had changed a lot of what I do in regards to many things. But even so, I was like, let's take social media, because I've been on that side where I was just consuming mindlessly, just endlessly. It was a constant cycle of doing things that never really meant much. It was just, in a way, just distracting myself from what I really wanted and everything like that. And being honest, it was like, what got me out was really just deciding, hey, I don't want to do this no more. Like, I'm good. I don't want to. Like, it didn't even feel fun no more. It didn't feel fun. It did not feel fun. I just played a game and it was like, I'd be like, okay. The only times where it actually did feel fun was when I was playing with friends, which makes sense. They're like friends. They're people you're close to. You enjoy spending time with them. But I wasn't always with them. I was always just by myself, just on my phone, watching Netflix or playing a video game, which just led to a kind of a burnout in a way where I didn't even want to do it no more. I was like, man, let me do something else. Just being conscious of the fact, like, I don't want to do this. I don't. That's how it really was. That's how it all started. And one thing led to another, just little changes over little changes, and it was like, here I am now, creating videos. On the other side, I guess you can say, but that doesn't really matter, because I could still be, addicted to just social media and using it for the wrong purposes. Not even social media, just the phone. Even so, it's like the phone, just using it in the wrong way, or even at bare minimum, doing something that benefits me, because it's like you can't I don't want to say don't fall too far in the spectrum where it's like you can never just have fun, because that's not true. We're human. We want to feel something. We want to have fun. We're human. Like, we have emotions, things like that. So it's like, I do occasionally play like a video game or watch YouTube. So it's like, that's not to say I never watch it, but it's like, what I do watch regularly now is something completely different. Because, like, for example, the only time I watch something for entertainment is at the end of the day. Everything's already done, not just sit back and relax a little bit. It's probably it's always before I read, because when I read, I always just put music on, just some calming music, whatever piques my interest on YouTube. It's always like some classic or something like that. And it's just being aware that I don't want to continuously just do this, do that, just watch this, watch that. That means nothing. That literally means nothing to me. And that's how it really started for me. But I noticed it's like a lot of social media just like shows, of course, the fun side, right? You start laughing, you start enjoying that. It's like a little rush, a dopamine. That's the right word. It's like dopamine. It's just quick. Even with TikTok now, it's just you scroll, and it's like, it keeps you in this loop. It really keeps you in this loop. And it's like, there's another side of the internet, social media, all that, where you see constant negative posts. And honestly, it's like you literally just see bad posts, terrible things happening. And it's like, it comes to a point, it's like, I don't want to see that. I don't. Why would you want to see the constant negative things happening in the world, when in reality there is so much good things happening? There is so much positivity just just kindness out. And it's like there's those posts which I appreciate where it shows, just the beautiful side of social media, the kindness, the love, the compassion, all that. And even so, it's like the knowledge we can gain. There's so much on the internet where you can just learn and just grow and just do all that. Because honestly, it's like I really notice it attracts us. Like the bad things, it catches our eye. It really catches our eye. And that's something I realized too. Like as a creator myself, I've had like 2, 3 maybe bad comments, and it's like wow, like because I've seen so much positivity, but I know if I wasn't mentally fortified, I'd be drowning myself by those negative comments, by those bad thoughts, which realistically, like, it makes no sense to hate. It makes no sense. And on top of that, it's like you see people constantly arguing in comment sections for whatever reason. It could be the most random or mundane thing, or just something about something they like and someone just not liking it. Like, you have your own opinions, like, okay, cool. And some people get so pressed over it. Some people, by pressed I mean it's like slang for like, some people get so upset and so heated by it. It really makes me think of this concept, or the idea is like, if anyone says something and you feel some sort of way about it, it's like you are a puppet to them. You are a puppet. In the idea that it's like, if anyone can make you feel any sort of way, they can pull your strings any which way. They want to make you feel angry. They say something that makes you angry. It's like, it's even worse if it's online by someone you don't know. Like that is crazy to me. And what do I mean by that? It's like, I feel as if it's almost a sort of, they don't have a sense of security, sense of self, where it's like, if they knew who they are, who they stood for, who, they make themselves out to be, that wouldn't affect them. Because it's like, okay, you said that, doesn't change anything about me, doesn't do anything to me, for me, whatever, you can keep moving. But it's like, when you don't know yourself, any way that someone can pull your strings, you're almost like a marionette. Like, you just move at the hands of other people. There's so much to it, honestly. There is so much to it. Because even if you want to take it at the level of just the bright colors, the sound effects, all those sorts of things that just pull us, keep us attracted to it. It's like, we'll hear the sound effects, boom, keeps our attention, refocuses us on the video. It pulls our attention towards the video. All the bright colors for thumbnails, it's like, I don't know, I guess. And that's the thing that pulls in the most views, which at certain times it could be the most nonsensical things. Like, these are just the most entertaining and just most distracting things. And you know what? It's like cheap dopamine. It's like cheap dopamine. Because dopamine is just a chemical in ourselves that just makes us feel good. And, dopamine, cheap dopamine being like just mindless consumption of, whether it's food, alcohol, smoking, drinking, I said that, but social media, all these sorts of things that just distract us from our long-term vision and goals, our overall sense of self, and the things we want to achieve for ourselves, and the things we want to do, and who we want to become. It's like, all these things make us feel good for a moment. It feels good in the moment, because it gives you a quick rush, a quick buzz, and it's like, over time, it's like you're gonna need more and more, because you become more tolerant, you become more resistant to it. So it's like you keep diving yourself farther and farther into that hole, and eventually it doesn't feel like much. You're gonna have to take so much just to feel that same thing you once had to, which was what happened to me. It was literally what happened to me. It didn't even feel fun no more to just watch YouTube, to play games. It was like, the amount of stimulation I required was just high. It was high. I was so out of my body. It was like, it made no sense to continue being like that. It made no sense. It didn't benefit me in any way. And if anything, it was like the worst space I could be, you know? I was in the worst state of mind at the time. So it didn't even help the fact that I was just dragging myself along with these things that overall just didn't mean much. Because it never lasts long. It really never lasts long. Like, it's all just things for the moment. Things that are satisfying but not fulfilling. Satisfying being, it's just quick. It's quick. Fulfilling being, you may not see the results now, but over time you'll see it. Over time you'll see what you have created, what you have done, you know, all that good stuff. Because you hop on TikTok right now, it's like, what do you see? Just things that are irrelevant. You hop on Twitter, more irrelevant things. If you don't have the algorithm to your liking, like, it's just all the fun or dumb or, you know, bad, all those stuff that just make us feel quick, just want to grab our attention. And that's the reason they're there. That's the reason they prosper, they profit, the whole thing like that. Like, and it's like, you honestly can't escape it. You can't escape social media, the internet, your phone. It's almost like a necessity now, because if you have a phone, what can you do? You can call, you can text, you know, you can learn. It's literally just like so much in one device. And it's really, how do we utilize it? How do we use it? How do we use it to benefit us for what we want? And it's like, that's the key part. What do you want? What do you want? And first you have to figure out what it is you want. You have to ask yourself, you know, don't hold nothing back. Be honest and brutal with yourself. Because it's like, don't try and shy away from the question. Don't. Just be honest. And by brutal, I mean just whatever pops in your head, take it as is. So again, find out what it is that you want. What is it that is your passion, that motivates you, that drives you? You know? Because it's like, for me, let's put it into me. Guitar, YouTube videos, soccer, you know, reading, and just overall knowledge, just things like that, like philosophy, things like that. So if we go on my YouTube, it literally be like content creators who make like motivational or thought videos, like thought experiments, or just thinking of ideas and concepts that it's like seeing things from a different lens. Or the guitar videos, I have a playlist just full of guitar songs that I want to learn, soccer videos for drills that I want to try, or just if I go on TikTok, it shows like moments from soccer players where they did something crazy or like scored an amazing goal or something like that. And let's see, reading, I mean, honestly, there's a lot more audiobooks have been popping up. Audiobooks, and you know, there's a book that's always recommended on TikTok. It's like about overthinking and anxiety and things like that, which I do want to see and try and read it and see what happens. So it's like, that's interesting in itself. And it's like, I put all that there. I had to consciously search it up and set it up for myself. So it's like, it is there for me and I can just learn. And it's like, it's in front of me. So how am I not gonna click on it? How am I not gonna do that? Because it's like, we all see a video. We see, okay, top 10 craziest moments or whatever. Or it's like, or it's like, you know, Carl Jung or Alan Watts or something like that. Because I can't think of any of them right now, but it's crazy to see all that and how we can just use it for our own benefit. Because I've seen the other side where it's just like, I'm constantly just consuming dumb things, just things that don't mean much. And of course I like to have my fun. Of course, I'll be watching content creators like AMP, Your Rage, you know, Blue Ride. I'll be watching them. I'll be having their videos in the back while I'm like playing the guitar, or just when I'm relaxing. The time I get to relax, like that is for that. But during the meantime, throughout the day, it's like I'll be listening to like a speaker or a video or anything of that sort, where it just gets me to think and just gets me to constantly just improve and improve. But again, it's like, what matters to you? What means something to you? What is it that you want and strive for? It could be gym videos, it can be arts and crafts, learning how to sew, how to paint. It could be anything and everything. It's limitless, as there's constant new videos being posted. It could be about content creation. It could literally be how to start a YouTube channel. It could be anything. So it's like, figure out, just talk to yourself and just say, what is it that I want? Because you know what you want. You just have to ask yourself. You have to remind yourself, like, hey, what is it? What is it? What is it? And it's like, in a way, it's almost like being a researcher. In a way, you're just constantly seeing things, testing things out, seeing if it works, doesn't work, seeing what videos can help you and where you can learn from. Just overall making yourself even better, taking knowledge from other people and just applying it, becoming wise in that aspect, becoming smarter, and overall just prospering in whatever aspect of area it is in your life. Because who knows, it could be relationship advice. But at the same time, it's like you have to figure out who is it that you're listening to? Who is it? And what kind of record do they have? And do you align with the kind of thoughts they have? You know, does it reinforce your ideas, or does it like change it? Does it make you adapt to it? Be like, oh, I never thought of that before. Let me try that. Like, that's really what it is. And you're constantly just refining your thoughts, your life in a way. And it's like finding solutions to your problems. It's literally like that. It's like you got something okay, let me start. It's like, at the beginning, you're like, I don't know what I want. You find something out that interests you. You dive into it. Okay? Easy example. Content creation. You know? Okay. What would I need? A camera. Okay? That's a solution. You know? Do I want to edit it? What is the kind of content I want to create? You know, and it's just figuring out solutions to it. And you can get advice from other people, seeing where they grew from and applying it to your own. Because you see so many types of content out there. It's like, you got video essays, you got just reactions, you got mukbangs, you got sports, you got message with meanings, I guess. You got, all these sorts of videos. And it's so crazy that we are limitless in that aspect. It's like we got so much and are really just helping each other see a bigger picture, a bigger scheme of our own life, and just getting help along the way. So it's like, to any of the content creators I watch, it's like, thank you, because it's like, it really just helps me realize and see things from a different area or perspective. And it's like, over time, even in life, you just get new experiences and you become a more just interesting person, I guess you can say. An interesting person, because you have so much to speak on. You literally have so much to speak on, and it's just living your life in accordance to what you want and who you want to be and who you are, who you will become, all that good stuff, because that's really what it is. Just find what you love and do it. And with that being said, let me take a sip of my drink. Anyone curious, it's this it's the coconut flavor. It's my first time trying it, but I actually like it. Because I did try the lemonade one. I did not like it, but this one's good. This one is actually good, I'm not gonna lie. This is actually good. The only reason I'm drinking it is for like the antioxidants and electrolytes. it's literally a lifestyle change when you commit to just changing the way you interact with apps, because it's like you could see I was about to go in a crazy direction. You can just see things that don't mean much, that are entertaining and fun for the moment, but overall it doesn't guide you in a direction where you want to go. And it's like, we want to talk about like dopamine detox, like getting off your phone, just staying away. It's like, I don't think a week is gonna fix it. And even so, I don't know if I completely recommend it, because it's like, what is dopamine detox? Just locking your phone away or deleting the apps? I guess that can help if you are addicted bad. Like, if it's bad, then you might need to do it. But if you're able to control yourself and just able to readjust everything, so it's like the old content is no longer there, but you got new content which is in line with your goals and visions and what you want for yourself. And you have to be specific with it. You have to be specific in what kind of habits you want, what's your routine, you know, what kind of car, what kind of life do you want to have, who do you want to be, how do you act, what are you learning, what are, like, all this stuff you have to be specific with. It's like, you know, it's really just thinking in terms of dopamine detox. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Can I really speak on it? Because I can, actually. I was addicted to just media and things like that. I really can. And just knowing that it really just cycles and cycles, and you do more and more just to get that same kind of feeling. It's exhausting. It's exhausting, because once you consume so much, and it's like you don't even get fun out of it, it's like does nothing for you, it does nothing to you. It's like you don't want to do that no more. It's literally just like you get off the game, you're like, this isn't even fun, it's not even fun no more. So I guess that's where a detox would help, just kind of putting yourself away from that. Because it's like, I still use my phone, I still use that, obviously I'm recording, but it's like, I only use it when I need to. That's the thing, I really only use it when I need to, or when I'm listening to something impactful. I don't play like video games as often. Like the last one I played was Pokemon, the new one. Took me like 3 months to finish. I'll play like games with my family on occasions, so it's like, that's occasion, so it's not often, because it's like we're all busy, we all have our own things. But it's just readjusting to what it is you want, readjusting to what it is. Just set your sights on it and just filter everything through. It's really just filtering everything through, because what is a filter? It's like, okay, you got let's say you got, what are those things where it's like it's like a little cup, and then you like put stuff through, and it's like the water goes through. You got one of those, it's like you just put it through, and it's like you see all the stuff that doesn't matter just stay in there. It's like you get rid of those. Everything that is worth something or means something to you, it passes through. You allow it in your life. And it's like, what is it called? I don't remember, but it's like a scooper thing for like, obviously use it for like fruits and like draining stuff, but that's really what it is. But I was thinking in terms of like, let's say you had a rock and you had that, and it's like the rocks won't get through. The rocks being stuff that means nothing. It's just mindless consumption. It's like things that are just fun and satisfying, you know, things that are distracting. That's the best way to word it. That are distracting. And it's like the water that flows through is like things that mean something to you. And honestly, it's like looking at two different paths, you know, filtering everything through, seeing what it is you want, and videos that help you get to there. It's like, where does that path lead you? To growing, to prosper, to more, to abundance, to a better life, if I really want to be just honest. But where does the other path lead you? Just being numb, just being bored, being unfulfilled. And I've seen both ends of the spectrum. It's like I'd much rather choose the life where it's like the life I'm living now, where it's everything is amazing, you know, everything is how I want it to be, in a way of what I'm learning. It's all learning. Again, it's like be a researcher, test things out, just try everything. It's like hold on, let me take a sip again, because my throat is dry. And it's like, is it educational or entertainment? That's the thing. Is it like educational or entertainment? You want things that are you want things that are informative, educational, where it really just helps you. It really just refines your life and the activities you do. Because if it's entertainment, you know, it doesn't lead you anywhere. It doesn't. And not to say you can never watch it. Go ahead, watch it, but be restrictive on it. Don't allow it to consume you. You know, don't allow it to consume you, where it's like all you can do, you know, on your phone or just in life, you know, alcohol, drugs, you know, there's so many other things, shopping, you know, all these things that just don't help us. It really does not help us. Because another thing is, it's like our attention span is so crazy now. It's so short because of TikTok and the mindless, the entertainment wise. You get 30-second clips, and if you don't like it, you swipe. Instead of watching this whole thought out video, and it's like you learn something and you stay till the end, and it's like, it's weird seeing how it's like we try and find something just to ease away the feelings we may feel, just bring in just a sense of short fulfillment or short-term happiness, a short burst of feeling to make us feel something, to make us feel happy, to make us laugh, and it doesn't last. Like, I'd much rather just be satisfied with life than just laugh for a few moments and then I just sit there after, and it's like just scrolling. Like, that doesn't mean much to me. It doesn't. Let me take another sip. But again, I guess, like, ending it off, right? It's like, be open to the present. Be open to the present, to the right now, because that's all we have. Who are you right now setting yourself up for the future? What are the actions you're doing right now? What are the actions you are doing right now? And is that helping you? Is that guiding you towards where you want to be? If you see yourself just being dragged away, just take a look at it. Take a look at yourself being like, oh, I got distracted. Okay, you can refocus, obviously. But I also want to think, like, what distracted me? What is it that put me away from this? That oh wow. See, I got distracted there. But it's like, what distracts me? And what was it? Why did it distract me? For example, that just right now distracted me because it was loud. It was something that just, like, made me just want to turn my head. Like, what happened? Like, what? And now that may be a rough example, but it literally just happened live. Like, I could have kept talking, but I didn't want to, because I felt like you would only be able to hear that instead of what I'm saying. So just redirect yourself if you see yourself get distracted, or notice what it is that distracted you. And do you want to keep being distracted by that? And just watch yourself. Really, just watch yourself. Just watch yourself. Just don't bash yourself either. Don't make yourself seem less than you are. Don't make yourself seem worthless, seem like you can't do anything right. Because you can. It just takes work and progress. But with that being said, you know, dreamers, turn dreams into reality. Love you.